Hello everyone, welcome to day 10 of Tour de Fleece. I am literally just continuing this on after the end of yesterday's video, and so I do have all the hanks still in my hand. We're going to get these soaked today. We're going to set that twist, and then I'm going to sit down and write what each of these were so that when it is dry, the labels can go straight on. I can then maybe figure out what pattern I'm going to make with these. So the idea is a blanket. Like, how good would these squares be in like a sampler blanket? So I have an idea for what pattern, but I don't want to say just yet because I don't know quite what meterage I have. To be fair, each of these yarns is going to be slightly different meterage, so that kind of doesn't help the situation. But how good would that be to have a sampler blanket with all of these yarns? And so I now need to go find one, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to go soak these because if I don't soak them, I won't soak them. And I have some things I want to tick off my list today. I need to get Oogie fed as well. We're trying her on some new food. I need to hoover the house. I want to do 10 kilometers on the bike and lift some weights because, and I'm gonna gloat right now, I've lost nearly 5 pounds. Thank you. So I want to kind of try and maintain some sort of exercise. I need to get a load of laundry on if the laundry on the drying horse is dry. And then I think today is a challenge spin. But I also want to record a podcast, maybe do a mini vlog. Yeah, there's so many things I want to do today. So let's go get started. First of all, ignore the KnitCrochet products in the background. That is the food we are trying to deal with. Because after 3 events of her being unwell and trying multiple different foods, we have decided to try this prescription service, which honestly, it's expensive. You have to heat the food up in the microwave or put 3 or 4 spoonfuls of boiled water in. And we've only tried the microwave method so far to take the chill off because, again, you keep them in the fridge. They come to you frozen. But yeah, I'm starting with the lightest first. Sorry, I'm going to change. Let me finish the KnitCrochet thing. You keep them in the fridge. They arrive frozen though, so you get to let them defrost. You can only keep 10 in the fridge at a time. You get to put the rest in the freezer and get 14 days worth for your first trial. If you then stick with them, it's 28 or 48 days. So bear that in mind. But yeah, if you put it in the microwave, which is right here, it smells. It doesn't smell atrocious. It's just a wee bit stronger than her normal food, which normally smells bad. So yeah, bear that in mind. Anyway, we're starting with the lightest yarn because the last thing I want is for especially the red to bleed. Not saying it's going to. I'm just saying it's the last thing I want. At this point, all I'm doing is trying to keep my skein relatively tidy. I already have one strand going the wrong direction, I think. Something's going on. What's going on here? What direction do you go? You go that way. Okay, I'd say that one is good. Let's start with, I'm going to go with I'm going to try and keep the silver one separate actually. I don't want silver molting off into the rest of my yarns. So I'm going to pop that on. Oh no, I have a tango. Oh dear. There we go. You can pop that on the door handle of my kitchen unit. Right, let's separate these out because I do have a bit of a tangle. Just having a small crisis off camera. Right, red one separated. That'll be. Will it be last? Right, let's go with. Oh, what have I done? Sorry, be right with you. Small intermission off screen. Alright, okay. I'm going to try and keep a hold of this one as best I can, but we're going to do fruit salad next. I wish I could. Actually, I'm going to put the microphone up closer for the next one so you can hear all those bubbles. Move my hand around. Okay, I've decided at this point I'm going to try and. No, I need to let the fruit salad soak a bit longer. That's not fair. I need to do my due diligence. Okay, let's get the microphone off so you can hear the bubbles. We're going to try and take the plunge with the red one. So this is day 1 going in. But this one's not bubbling as much. Okay, the first sign of color bleeding. We're taking this out. I just realized I heard that pretty much up to my nose and was breathing through my nose, so I do apologize if that's all you heard there. And then your other 2 bundles. What have I done? There. Okay, we've got possibly some bleeding. Like, can you see the colour of the water? Something's coming out. But I wouldn't say it's bad enough for me to panic. Okay, I'm going to add in the last Tour de Fleece yarn. Actually, I'm going to put my microphone back on so I don't have to hold it. Oogie, did you eat all your food? She's sitting out in the hall, like slap bang behind the camera. She's licking her chops, so I'm hoping she did. Okay, here goes the last one. I'm hoping this is natural black and not dyed black. trying to figure out the best way to let them sit so that I can just grab them easily without getting into too much of a tangle. Right, I do have obviously the one that is not Tour de Fleece still to go in, but like I say, I don't really want to get that mixed up because of all the Angelina. So I'm going to let this yarn sit for, let's say 10 minutes, and we'll come back, squeeze out all the yarn. Oh, squeeze out all the yarn, yeah, because we can do that. Squeeze out as much of the water as we can, and then I'm just going to let them drip dry. Put a towel on the floor, let them drip dry, and then hang them up to dry. Well, they would be hanging up to dry to drip dry. Anyway, I need another cup of tea. I am back. Today has not gone anywhere near to plan. I did get the yarn soaked. It is currently hanging up to dry. I have then done some housework. I've done my exercise I said I was going to do, but I do need to take Oogie to the vet in an hour. I need to leave. So there's nothing wrong. It's just she's due some medication that really, I do think really helped her GI issues, like just over 6 months ago. And so because she's been having a wee bit more GI issues, I want to get the medication again. And like I said earlier on, we've changed her food as well, hoping that by cutting out all the extra stuff they put in, like the commercial cat food you get, that she will start feeling so much better. But it was not on my cards today to take her to the vet in order to get the medication. She needs to go in for a full health checkup, which is absolutely fine by me because I'd love to know what her weight is so that I know for a fact we're giving her the right quantity of this food because it is very much weight dependent. Anyway, you did not come here for an Oogie update. Today's made me laugh. The name and the packaging. So first of all, we are on to day 6 of the World of Wool Advent Calendar, and it is Blame the Dog. But do you recognise the sprouts? So everyone that eats sprouts always says, like, that they make you, I'm going to just say it, fart. If you don't like that word, that's up to you. I love sprouts. I really do. I think they're brilliant. And it is definitely sprout colour. So that is a real in your face kind of green. It's coming up a lot paler on the camera. I really hope once I use the back camera you'll see this better, but this is definitely not, well, I guess some sprouts could be this colour. Anyway, this is 67% merino wool and 33% tussa silk. Blame the Dog is our tribute to the most controversial of Christmas vegetables, the humble Brussels sprout. Loved by some, loathed by many, and known to leave its mark on post-dinner air quality. Sprouts have earned their place on the plate and in festival folklore. Pause to read. Like I said earlier, I love a good sprout. My dad and I bonded over them as I grew up because I think we were the only two in the family that ate them. My mother-in-law, I think, will take some, but not too many. And Scott absolutely detests them. So, yeah, I do love a humble sprout. And again, I wish this colour was showing up better, but it's just kind of, the camera's kind of dulling it down a little bit, which is a shame because it's like a bam kind of green. Anyway, let's try and get this divvied up into 3 whilst my lunch is cooking because I am watching the clock. Okay, let's see how well I done divvying these up. First one coming in at 17.9. That's a little heavy. Next one is 17.2. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then lastly, 16.2. Okay, so I knew I knew this was not my best split, so I'm going to take some off the 17.9 and put it on the 16.2 and let's see what we get. This was our, was it 16.2? That's now, well, it's just gone down. It was 17. It's now saying 16.9. This was our 17.9 and is now coming in at 16.9. And then this should be 17.2. Oh, 17.1 now. I really need like a wider scale because that's really small. Oh, why was that? Yep, we're on 0. Let's see if I tilt it. 17.1. My goodness. 16.9. There goes my voice again. 17. Okay, that's as good as I'm going to get. It really is. It's as good as I'm going to get. So, yeah. It's also a shame the color still isn't coming up quite true. Let's see if I tap on it and it focuses. No, it's still not coming up as good like this. To me, seeing this on the screen, this is coming up kind of like a pale spring green when it is more rich, definitely a richer green, and more saturated for sure. So the color is being blown out a little bit by the camera, which is a shame. But yeah, need to go put my lunch on for a bit longer. Might try and spin, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna wait till I'm back from the vet, because when I have something on, I totally fixate on it until it's time to leave, and I can't focus on anything else because what if I lose track of time? Let me turn the camera around. Yeah, so if I have something on, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's meeting a friend, going to a doctor's appointment, I have to go pick something up, in this instance, take Oogie to the vet, I find it very difficult to do stuff without becoming totally fixated on the timing. And so, because I know that I definitely need to be out the door in an hour's time, because it's really difficult to find parking down where our vet is, I am not going to be able to focus on another task now apart from have my lunch. So, because I also need to get her in her cat carrier, which if you have a cat, you know is not fun, ever. I do have it out so that she doesn't get stressed. Like, I've got her Feliway on, I've got the cat carrier out so she doesn't get freaked out when I bring it out later. But yeah, so no spinning until after the vet, and hopefully I'll be home pretty sharp because it is just a checkup, giving her prescription, and bring her home so that she can hide wherever she's comfortable until she feels more comfortable. Hide, yeah, I said it. My head's just focusing on getting out the door later. Anyway, I have my 3 bundles. Let's keep this on Tour de Fleece. And again, I will spin once I'm home. Good evening. It is 9:15. I just want to come on and wrap up the video. I got 2 out of 3 bobbins spun up today. It was just one heck of a day between Oogie's vet visit, trying to get my exercise in, trying to get cleaning in, trying to record a podcast, you name it. I just had so much on my plate today. And I got 2 out of 3 done, and I'm pretty happy with that. And again, color just isn't showing up on the screen as well as it is in person. Tomorrow I will be spinning the 3rd bobbin, hopefully in the morning for work, and then hopefully opening the next day, which I'm very excited about. I did have a little sneak peek, and it is a Lord of the Rings reference, which makes me very happy because I love Lord of the Rings. So, 2 out of 3 done. Sorry for the wonkiness of the camera. 2 out of 3 done. Very happy with that. Calling it quits. Oogie had us up ridiculously early this morning with a wee upset, and then we're trialing a new food with her, so it's been a big hullabaloo. So I'm away to bed. Thank you for watching, and until my next Tour de Fleece video, stay safe, and I hope you will continue joining me on this challenge journey. I don't remember what I've been saying. Night.